Welcome to your source for Laker sports on the shore of Oswego, New York, Laker Connections. I'm Jared Wakefield. I'm here with Thomas Sturgeon. And Thomas, winter sports are now well in the rearview mirror, and monsoons in March have brought us the flowers in the form of spring sports.
The flowers or the mud? I mean, you can take it as you is, but either way, spring sports are in full swing, but the fall sports, winter sports
Great one.
have wrapped up. I'm
traveling.
I time travel.
All right, so it was a busy week this past week across Route 104 with all sports and action. As we take a look at this week in Lakers sports. Thomas, take me out to the ball game.
Take me out to the ball game. Not the proper tune that you wanted to hear as we start things off down I-81 in the Dragon's Den down in Cortland. Oswego would not be dealt a very solid fate where the Lakers were swept by Cortland in a 3-game set before coming back home to face off against SUNY Cobleskill on Wednesday, only to hear that it has been postponed. Jared, the Lakers clearly have not steered the ship in the right direction when they're going into SUNYAC play, and they got the brooms swept their way by the Red Dragons earlier this weekend.
No, and I mean, when the ship pulled into Cortland's port, I mean, it crashed right into the port as they got no hit in that first game of the tripleheader. 21 at-bats, nobody getting a hit, one walk. So one walk away from being a perfect game no-no for the Red Dragons, and the other two games weren't as pretty. A 15-4 result where the Lakers did score 4 runs, 10 hits overall, so a solid day on the offense, but the pitching wasn't able to keep them in it. And in that third and final game, another 10-0 rout, they did at least manage to get 6 hits and a triple, but they were unable to convert on that as a player got caught stealing. Just not a good look overall, and the only player near the numbers of last year, Owen Parliament from Binghamton.
Owen Parliament has done well so far this season for Oswego. On the other hand, though, you look in that second game, Cortland got 9 runs in the final 2 innings when it was a 2-run game at that point, but they really just blew the doors wide open in those last 2 innings. They got 4 runs off of 10 hits for Oswego in that second game. Overall, a team that wasn't really ready to play against this Cortland team, I don't think, and I really still think they're lacking really just that power on the offensive front in the batting department.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Turge, they're hitting okay right now. Everybody's above the Mendoza line, so not great, but your high guys, you know, they're above 200. They're at least getting some contact with the ball. Slugging percentage has been the problem. Everybody's right around their batting average and slugging percentage. For those of you not in the baseball, if you're not near your slugging percentage, it's not very good. You need a higher slugging percentage there. So they've got to be able to get some hits on the rubber. But the hot streak for women's lacrosse has continued throughout the past week. Oswego K's the Nazareth Golden Flyers by a final score of 14-7 on Saturday. That led the Lakers into conference play where they plastered the New Paltz Hawks 11-5. And the Lakers played with divine right against the Fredonia Blue Devils, dispatching them back to the 7-1-6 in a 19-2 rout. Thomas, women's lacrosse is lighting the lamp without hesitation or discretion.
Absolutely not. This team offensively has just been an absolute explosion. Sela Wiley, 2 goals and 1 assist against New Paltz, and then you have 3 goals and 3 apples against Fredonia. Julia Quirk, 3 goals. Katie McNally with goals in 2 straight. Isabel Lembos, really self-explanatory. And then Shea McConnell, 10 goals in the last 2 games. It's just been offensively gifted for Britt Howard's squad over their last few games.
Absolutely, and this is something we didn't see last year. You know, this team, if they were going to win or lose, they would rely on Sarah Kamide a whole lot. And Kamide, strong this year, over 500% save percentage, a very good year in net so far. Can hold to opponents right around 5-6 goals, give or take. That's easily winnable in lacrosse. And, you know, we've talked about Isabella Lumbo, Sela Wiley. They're lighting the lamp as well. Cork and McConnell as well. How about Maddie Davis in 2 less games than all of those players I just mentioned? 15 goals, 16 assists, 31 points, only behind Lembo by 5. You wonder what she could have done with those 2 other games, but getting the starts in the last 7 games so far. And Davis, big offensive presence here so far. I mean, she has just been outright incredible. She looked really strong. I was there for the game against Nazareth, and it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, they're hot. They're really hot.
She hasn't played in the last 2 games, which makes me wonder if she'll be in action early next week. So time will tell there. But on the other hand, you look at Britt Howard in that game against Fredonia. They're able to improvise and throw in a couple different people. Alexis Hill got a goal in that game. Noelle Smith also generating some quality opportunities for the Oswego State women's lacrosse team. So either way, you got a lot of offense coming from numerous different people. Your guns are typically going, but overall, it's the team that you want to go with.
Absolutely.
But We stick on the turf where the men's lacrosse team also opened up SUNYAC play on the weekend, facing that other green and gold team in the Brockport Golden Eagles. Oswego would rely on individuals Max Broadman, Corey O'Connor, and Gavin Elston, each recording 3 or more points on the day. As the Lakers would edge the Golden Eagles 9-8, Jared, it was a dogfight, but a win is a win for Andrew Daly and company, however way they want to take it.
Absolutely. You know, the Lakers showing that they have that dog in them. Here's a few dogs right here. Gavin Elston, the midfielder, 3 goals, 1 of 2 hat tricks on the team, 1 assist, 7 shots on goals, and that's something I want to talk about, Turge, here. When this Oswego State lacrosse team's playing well, they're shooting a lot, and all 3 of their wins are shots on goal, 19, 23, and against Brockport, 27. So when they're peppering the net, they're doing very well. Elston, one of the stars. I mean, it's up and down the lineup, a whole lot of hot players on this men's lacrosse team, and they're starting to get a win streak going. 1, 2 in a row, beat a strong Utica squad in Brockport. You know, that's a squad that you can look to in the SUNYAC playoffs to be strong as well, too. So a good start here in SUNYAC play.
Absolutely. And when you look at Brockport, you look at Corey O'Connor, 1 goal and 3 assists, those 3 helpers really are getting the job done. Gavin Elston and Broadman getting 3 goals apiece. Get those 2 guys the darn ball because they're putting it in the back of the net, and they're putting it in the back of the net quite a lot over the last few games. Gavin Elston last year leading the team in goals, so I think it's pretty simple. You give number 7 the ball for Oswego State, you got a really, really good chance at it going in the back of the net.
Absolutely, and I mean, Aiden Kenyon, not Adam Kenyon. Wow, I can't read. Aiden Kenyon's really cemented his place in net for this team. He's played in all 5 games, been the starter for all 5 games, 295 minutes, over 500 save percentage again. He's saving more than half the shots he faced. He's looked good all year long. But that'll do it for us in the week ahead, so the rearview mirror comes all the way off now. So when we come back, we'll take a look at the week ahead.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should
told
we
me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back to the only show that covers all things Lakers sports. It's Laker Connections on WTOP 10. Well, Jared, the past is the past, so let's hop in our future canoe and paddle our way to the weekend with what's going on in Oswego State athletics. I heard the Bird is coming to town this weekend. I don't know if it's the big bird, but I think it's a bird.
Certainly a bird, a small little tweetier bird, as men's lacrosse will come back home this weekend as they face off against the rival Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Cardinals are in a bit of free fall right now after dropping 6 straight, including their SUNYAC home opener against New Paltz. Thomas, the Cardinals could easily play spoiler to a Lakers squad that could be looking to return to the SUNYAC playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. With this Cardinals team, though, last year Oswego got the job done against them for the first time since 2009, a score of 19-7. A couple key takeaways, though. Weston Gray and Ryan Eccles, both plenty of points in that game. They are gone now, but on the other hand, you look at guys like Elston and Sexton. Elston with 4 points in that game, Sexton with 3 points. But overall, you look at Oswego right now, they're trending in the right direction. Plattsburgh, on the other hand, they got some anguish to kind of get something off their back, and they've been struggling as of late, losing the past 6, and most recently you mentioned New Paltz losing by 9. So they're going to have a lot of work against this Oswego team on their home turf. Mother Nature's not going to be their friend either. It's supposed to be heavy rain on Saturday, so it should be a fun one at the Laker turf, but definitely a gritty contest to say the least.
Yeah, definitely in a challenging environment to play in. Good thing they're on turf. If they're on grass, that could easily turn into a miserable affair in a hurry from experience.
Be very fun, though.
It would be fun, but as you pointed out about Liam Sexton, he actually hasn't been shooting a lot. Only 5 shots on goal this year. So a chance for him to break out, maybe get some more looks with the ball. If the Lakers can try to really take advantage, get a good lead early, turn it into a competitive practice session maybe. But the Cardinals also could be coming in real chippy. They've struggled so far, come in with a chip on their shoulder, upset a team that is looking to be some form of playoff contender this year and try to right their own ship.
And you look at Plattsburgh overall, though, with this team, we talked about Oswego hasn't beaten them since 2009. Clearly, Oswego has not had the better hand with the Cardinals as of late, so we'll see on Saturday. But on the other hand, for the women's lacrosse team, they have the weekend off after a dominant performance against Fredonia, like we mentioned. However, their next test will be on Tuesday on the road in Geneseo. The Knights have beaten the Lakers 9 of the last 10 matchups, and Oswego has not beaten them in Geneseo since the year 2000. Jared, this is a huge test for the Lakers, but with Geneseo dominant in their 2 conference games so far, who is the momentum really favor in this one? Because it's really a tough contest between the two. Both teams have handled their opponents rather nicely.
I'm sorry, Thomas, but I feel like when the loss streak is older than us, I think I have to go with Geneseo here. Yeah. I mean, the Knights are so good. I almost said Ice Knights, but Geneseo really strong academic and athletic. I almost said academic and scholastic. That wouldn't have worked. Academic and athletic programs as well. And, I'd recommend for the Lakers' success, they go over to Letchworth Dining Hall. Best dining hall pizza I've ever had at any college campus. Was pretty good.
I like pizza.
But, the Lakers, I like their chances. I mean, we've already said so much about this team being an offensive weapon, but I think the defense so far this year has been pretty good. Everybody plays back for Oswego. Nobody gets too greedy and tries to, just kind of hustle up the play and get out of defense. When they get down in front of Kamide, they play really clean, really smart, really efficient defense. Good passes. Kamide, a really good breakout passer as well, able to fire some passes up the field. Waits is patient, able to stick handle somewhat well with that big goalie stick, which is not very easy to do. So Kamide, a big part of that, turning that defense into offense.
And then on the other opposing side, Molly Brown and Megan Cook, both individuals past the 20-point mark so far this season. Geneseo got a lot of individuals gathering some points this season, but you talk about their defense on the other hand, their neutral zone coverage has really been impeccable. They last game against Fredonia, the game before against New Paltz, they couldn't get anything going in terms of the regroup and breakout for New Paltz.
And in that Nazareth game, Oswego picking off a lot of passes and winning a lot of ground balls. But men's baseball will look to field some ground balls at home as they'll try again to have their home opener this weekend. The Lakers will host the Fredonia Blue Devils for a 3-game matinee set on Friday and Saturday. Thomas, the Lakers really need to right the ship and sail into their home port in a hurry after a miserable month of March and get their home opener underway after the cancellation with Cobleskill.
Yeah, this is a much necessary win. I mean, you look at them over the last 5 games, they're not trending in the right direction. I wouldn't say Fredonia is either, but currently right now, both of these teams have not been where they want to be. Oswego has had a winning record over the last few years and have won the last 15 against the Blue Devils, however. This game, this series really as a whole, I'm not even sure how this will go. The Lakers have not had the start they wanted. Fredonia, on the other hand, they have not beaten Oswego in 15 games. So overall, I mean, you have a team that's won 2 out of their last 5, and you have a team who hasn't won any of their last 5. And you look at the run margin there, Oswego is really getting the bats not in their favor.
Absolutely, and when looking at pitching, which was a problem for the team last year and hurt them a little bit, Kieran Finnegan, the stud of the team so far, 2.65 ERA in 27 innings of work, a 1.19 WHIP, but Jacob Sanders, a 1.53 WHIP, a 7.58 ERA. He hasn't been hit too often. He's only been hit 18 times, but when he's been hit, Turge, he's been hit pretty hard. So it's going to be interesting to see how Oswego baseball can rebound. They're going to need help from the pitching. They're going to need the arms to find their stuff, find a little bit more control. And if the bats stay out how they are and they can keep these games low scoring, they'll have a chance.
They have a chance, but they need something to go with it, and Fredonia's offense hasn't been that good, so it might be a dogfight in the defensive end of things regardless for Oswego and Fredonia. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Mr. Tallerino comes down to sit with us for a new edition of Oswego State Wordle. We'll be right back.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Welcome back to Laker Connections. I'm Tommy Tellerino, and usually you see me on for Only Laker Showdown. But tonight, we got a special segment. We go Wordle. Basically, they have to guess the athletes based off the clues I give them. You boys ready?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's okay.
No.
You got some time because you guys are playing for the prestigious
Topper of the
The
week
Luke
belt.
Rosenthal
Luca Continental
Championship.
World Championship.
The Topper
Wordle
of the week
Championship.
belt.
Wow.
Get that right, ready. All right,
gosh.
who's going first?
I don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
Yeah.
Best of one. Yeah.
You're first.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
Saw that coming.
Okay, just take a pot shot here.
Yeah.
Baseball.
No.
Okay.
Men's lacrosse.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Women's lacrosse.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Isabella Lembo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Wow.
It's an easy one.
That is
It's
It's a
complete.
meatball.
it's a meatball.
Yeah, that's a
He
meatball.
did throw the
That's a
meatball.
classic
meatball.
meatball.
He did throw the
Um,
meatball.
We'll go. Okay, so
Jared,
who's gonna
Jared
start
gets
out?
to run
Number
it
two.
back again.
Number two.
Give me men's lacrosse.
No.
Give me women's lacrosse.
No.
Baseball.
It's baseball.
Oh, no.
Jelani Hamer.
No. Better start
Kieran-
looking at that roster.
Kieran Finnegan.
No.
Emil Sander.
No.
T-Sean Featherstone.
No.
Blake Van Driesen.
No.
Owen Parliament.
Yes.
Yes!
We got 1-1.
Northern New York
Bubba
guy
is
gets
on
it
the
done.
board.
Let's go.
All right. All right, Turge.
Take it away,
Start off.
Bubs.
All right.
Trace.
Men's lacrosse.
No.
Baseball.
No.
Women's lacrosse.
No.
Softball.
There we go.
Softball.
I was going to say he's got it now.
Fiona Higgins.
Correct.
Hey.
2-1.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right. We got
We're blasphemous.
we got number 4.
Baseball.
No.
Women's lacrosse.
No.
Men's lacrosse.
Cool.
Yes.
Aiden Kenyon.
No.
Max
Stebbins.
Broadman.
No.
Tyler Stevenson.
No.
Shout out Ryan Joyce. Jack Delaney.
Yes.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Wow. Wow.
We got 2-2.
Sarah's local.
Jugular.
We're all evened up for number
Oh.
5. All right. Start it, Turge.
I'm going to go with softball.
No.
Darn it.
Baseball.
No.
Women's lacrosse.
Yes.
Sheila Wiley.
No.
Aaron Cody.
No.
Daisy Townsend.
No.
Shay McConnell.
No.
Jeez. Madison Dave.
No.
Julia Quirk.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
right. Going back and forth.
Number
Better hurry up.
6.
How many did you make?
Men's
You
lacrosse.
told me to make 10.
Okay, perfect.
Men's lacrosse.
No.
Women's lacrosse.
No.
Softball.
No.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Oh, jeez. T-Sean Featherstone.
No.
Richie Paul.
No. I'll give you. He's outfield. That might not help you too, but.
Can I pick alumni?
No.
Ryan Eno?
No. No.
Emil Sander.
No.
Oh, jeez. I'm running out of options. Kieran Finnegan.
No.
No. Let me guess. C.J. McCarthy.
No.
Pass.
Pass.
Tommy Talarino.
Do I just get to go?
Yeah, I guess just go.
Vinny Parada.
Yeah, that's right.
Utica, New York.
I wasn't.
Vinny. Number 7.
All right, Gerard.
Women's
Gotta
lacrosse.
go. What? Wait, women's lacrosse?
Yeah.
No.
Men's lacrosse.
Yes.
All right. Let's go with Elston.
Yes.
That's
all right.
One point
Are
game.
you guys tied?
Yeah.
Matt, no, I'm up by 1.
He's up by 1.
'Cause he
Okay.
passed.
To tie it, Turge.
All right.
This is the last one.
All right. We got 15 seconds.
Go.
Women's lacrosse.
No.
Darn
this,
it.
This one's a hockey team one.
Shane Bull.
No.
Jackson Arcan.
No.
Darn it.
Noah Bull.
No.
Richie Farad.
No.
Cal Shao.
No.
Troy Roblar.
No.
Eric Green.
No.
Rocco
No.
Andreatti.
Tyler Flack.
Ryan
Dickinson.
Ryan Dickinson. Ryan Dickinson.
Let's go. All right.
Brutal.
Well, either way, it's a tie. Oswego State
We'll
Wordle.
settle this
When we
score.
come
Going
back-
1 Luke.
Exactly. We'll settle the score for this bad boy in Laker Showdown coming up next.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to Laker Connections. I'm Tommy Tellerino, and alongside me is Thomas Sturgeon and Jared Wakefield. And it's time for the battle of the night, Laker Showdown. As you guys know, these two great Laker sports enthusiasts will challenge each other based on the questions I give them.
Certainly enthusiasts.
One more points after 3 questions wins the showdown. I was going to have the winner of Wordle started off, but you guys didn't win. You tied.
Well, you got to read the question.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
The women's lacrosse team is on a roll right now, and they are currently 7-2 and 2-0 in the conference. They're off to a start we haven't seen in a while from this team, but with 7 games left in the regular season, can this team make a run for the top of the SUNYAC?
Who's starting first?
I'm leaving it up to you boys.
Rock, paper, scissors.
No, that's too much time.
Okay, Turge, go.
All right.
I'm going to say they've got a long way to the top if they want to rock and roll.
All right.
And the reason why I say this is because their 2 teams they have played so far in the SUNYAC have really been, hate to say it, I know yesterday was National Manatee Recognition Day, but the bottom feeders of
Why
the
do you know
SUNYAC.
that?
Because
That's Brutal.
I know, but
What did they do?
They haven't won games. Oswego put up 19 goals against Fredonia yesterday, so overall, I think
I'm gonna hop in.
it's a no. They got a long way to go.
I think the answer is yes, but I'm not gonna go all the way with the top of the standings. I'll say I'll take a 2 or 3. I think this team can certainly challenge Geneseo and Cortland, but Geneseo and Cortland have kind of been the Plattsburgh and Oswego of the SUNYAC. In hockey terms, of the women's lacrosse conference. But I think Oswego's got the pieces. The big thing is that they can goal score. So say if Kamide has a bad day, the goal scoring can bail him out. If the goal scoring has a bad day, Kamide can bail him out. So I see options for this women's lacrosse team to have a good year.
That Manatee thing just threw me off. I'm not gonna lie.
That's brutal.
But
oh my God.
I mean, if first and last, I got to give it to Turge.
Woo! Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. We'll move on to men's lacrosse.
You're going to
now.
be one that hates.
They currently have only played 5 times this year and face Plattsburgh this Saturday. This is an important game for them because they have had 1 win in the past 12 years against the Cardinals. Guys, what do they have to do to walk away with a W in this one? Go ahead, Jared.
Thank you very much. I think the task is pretty simple. Put the ball in the back of the net and don't turn it over. If everybody plays well and Aiden Kenyon doesn't suddenly become 3 foot and not have a stick anymore, I think they've got a pretty good shot to win. That would be interesting. It would be like he got zapped with like a death ray or something like that. So unless a death ray descends on Oswego State, I think Oswego's going to win. They just need to play their game, stick to their things, and be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try some things once they get
Go ahead, Turd.
I agree a little bit, but on the other hand, I've got to go with defense. You look at that Brockport game. They kept them in it far too much. It was a constant 1-goal game at times.
Oh, like control
just back and
turnovers,
forth, back
like
and forth. Well, you said offense and turnovers. Can you make up your mind?
It's just bad.
It's a complete game.
Bad.
It's a
You're
complete
really,
game.
really bad.
You have to play the complete game.
You do have to You do have to play the sport, yes. But I'm gonna have to go with. You have to be more defensive minded with this. Brockport, you kept him in the game for far too long. You had plenty of shots on goal. But at the end of the day, you kept him in it every single point of the game until those last final minutes of the fourth quarter.
No turnovers and scoring goals will get you a win, though, I will say. I got to go with Jared on this one. But defense is important, I will say that.
Defense scores goals.
Last
good
one.
Defenses don't turn it over.
Over to the Diamond now.
Oh,
the baseball
geez.
team has gotten off to a slow start this year.
Oh,
with a 5-11 record, and they have not won a game in the SUNYAC. They lost 3 straight to Cortland last week and face off against Fredonia this Friday and Saturday. Guys, how can they get back to where they were last year?
Well, Jared's going to have to start because I'm a loser. Apparently,
okay. So. Is there any way they can get Paul Tamaro and Ryan Enos back? Can they go to the D1 schools and beg and plead?
I mean, you could.
I think for a lot of it is they're just going to need to find a win and get on a roll. I think there's talent there. With guys like Owen Parliament and a couple other their pitching staff as well, Karen Finnegan. I think the pieces are there, but they need the cohesion to come together. This is like a cake missing an ingredient. They're missing a few ingredients. If they can dig around in the pantry a bit, unlock some things in the batting cage and on the bullpen, they'll have a really nice cake and make the playoffs.
You're making me hungry with the whole cake references and stuff like that. But yes, Jared is missing a few eggs in his basket. I agree. But on the other hand, I feel like it's going to be more the pitching. I really do. The batting, that's been an issue. But on the other hand, if you could even fight to win games by 1 run, 2 run, 3 runs. You guys are both looking at me very stern face right now, but it's okay. But either way, I think it's going to be more on the pitching side. So I don't think it's the batting that's the issue. I think it starts with the pitching first, and then you work from there.
Wow. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm not going to lie. You guys both made some great points. Bring back the belt. Bring back the belt real quick.
We've got time.
Luke, you're still intact. But
he still spins.
The first ever Laker connection. Yes, he still spins.
He still spins.
I'm gonna have to go Jared here.
Yes!
Jared, I think this is his first win of the semester too.
Yes! It is!
I mean, that one is around almost 50-50. I don't know what he's doing now. I'm actually, Turge, you won this one.
No! Give him the belt. Give him the belt.
I don't know what that was. But I mean, you guys both made great points.
Give him the
Jared
belt.
just made a couple little extra points in there. It is what it is.
He made
Bake the cake.
He made some good ones. He had his eggs. And he had the nice salted butter. Threw it in the oven. Got the job done. I will applaud that.
It's okay.
I don't know what you are with your belt now. I don't know if you're just gonna
Why are you holding it?
Hold it.
Where are you going?
It's gonna be like a hold me close type of thing.
What's going on?
Oh well, Jared rolls away with his belt and his victory, and I would say his pride. Oh, he's coming back.
He's back. He's back.
He's back for our final time. Jared, the first Luke Continental champion.
That's a good one.
We're just going to say see you later, and we'll see you next week for more Laker sports. Good night.